Good morning and welcome to today's episode of Crypto Daily. We're excited to dive into the latest news and trends in the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain. Today, we're going to explore the intersection of AI and crypto and how autonomous programs are transforming the space. We'll also be discussing some big market-moving stories, so let's get started.
That's right. One of the biggest stories we're following today is the growth of AI agents in blockchain and cryptocurrency. These intelligent systems are being used to automate everything from trading to security and smart contract analysis. And according to a new report from Sellers Commerce, the AI agent market is projected to grow a staggering 538% from $7 billion $380 million in 2023 to $47 billion by 2030.
That's a huge number, and it's clear that AI agents are becoming increasingly popular in the crypto space. But what exactly are AI agents and how do they work? For those who may not be familiar, AI agents are essentially autonomous programs that can interact with their environment and make decisions based on pre-programmed rules.
That's right. And in the context of blockchain and cryptocurrency, AI agents can be used to automate a wide range of tasks. For example, they can be used to analyze market trends and make trades based on that analysis. They can also be used to detect and prevent security threats, such as hacking attempts.
And it's not just about automation. AI agents also have the potential to enhance decentralized finance applications, making them more adaptive and resilient. By using AI agents, DeFi apps can better respond to changing market conditions and provide more personalized services to users.
Absolutely. And this is an area that's really starting to gain traction. We're seeing more and more DeFi projects incorporating AI agents into their platforms. And it's going to be interesting to see how this space evolves in the coming months and years.
Definitely. And we'll be exploring this topic in more depth throughout the episode. We'll also be discussing some of the potential risks and challenges associated with AI agents in crypto, as well as some of the most promising use cases.
That's right. And in addition to our coverage of AI agents, we'll also be discussing some of the other big market-moving stories of the day. From market trends to regulatory developments, we'll be covering it all.
So let's get started. Our first story is a closer look at the current state of the AI agent market and how it's expected to grow in the coming years. We'll be discussing the key drivers behind this growth, as well as some of the potential implications for the crypto space.
And we'll also be joined later in the episode by a special guest who will be sharing their insights on the future of AI agents in crypto. It's going to be a fascinating conversation, and we're excited to share it with you.
Building on what we discussed earlier about the growing institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies, it seems like we're seeing more and more companies positioning themselves for major moves in the market.
That's right, and the latest example is blockchain.com, which just made some key executive appointments that have many speculating about a potential IPO. The company has brought on Justin Evans as CFO and Mike Wilcox as COO.
These are two big hires, and it's clear that blockchain.com is looking to beef up its leadership team ahead of what could be a major milestone for the company. We've seen a number of other cryptocurrency firms exploring IPO options, so it's not surprising to see blockchain.com joining the fray.
Exactly, and it's worth noting that the regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies is becoming increasingly favorable. We've seen a number of positive developments in recent months, from the SEC's guidance on token sales to the growing number of institutional investors getting into the space.
That's a great point. As we've discussed before, regulatory clarity is a major factor in the growth and adoption of cryptocurrencies. With the regulatory environment becoming more favorable, it's likely that we'll see even more companies exploring IPO options.
And blockchain.com is well positioned to take advantage of this trend. The company has been around since 2011 and has established itself as a major player in the cryptocurrency space. With the right leadership team in place, it's possible that we could see a successful IPO in the near future.
It's also worth noting that Blockchain TV has been expanding its offerings in recent years. The company has a range of products and services, from its cryptocurrency exchange to its custody solutions. This diversification could help the company appeal to a wider range of investors.
That's a great point. By offering a range of products and services, blockchain.com is able to reach a wider range of customers and establish itself as a major player in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. This could be an attractive proposition for investors looking to get in on the ground floor of a major cryptocurrency company.
We'll be keeping a close eye on blockchain.com's progress in the coming months. If the company is able to successfully navigate the IPO process, it could be a major milestone for the cryptocurrency space as a whole.
Absolutely. And it's just one of many stories we're following in the cryptocurrency space. As always, we'll be bringing you the latest news and analysis as it develops.
We were just discussing the explosion of new token launches in the crypto space, and it seems like the trend is showing no signs of slowing down. Memecoin launchpad Pump Funk is doubling down on the craze, launching a mobile app to capitalize on the frenzy.
That's right. With the number of new tokens hitting record highs, it's clear that the market is hungry for more. But as we've discussed before, this oversaturation can lead to liquidity fragmentation and decreased trader attention in any single project.
Exactly. And that's exactly what CoinGecko's COO is warning about. With so many new tokens vying for attention, it's becoming increasingly difficult for any one project to stand out. But PumpFunk is trying to buck that trend with their new mobile app.
So what's the strategy behind this move? Are they trying to make it easier for users to discover and trade these new tokens?
That's exactly right. The app is designed to provide a seamless experience for users to browse and trade memo coins all from the palm of their hand. And with the app available on both iOS and Android, they're casting a wide net to capture as much of the market as possible.
It's interesting to see how this will play out. We've seen other launch pads and exchanges try to corner the market on new token listings, but a mobile app is a new twist. Do you think this will give Pump Funk a competitive edge?
Well, it certainly can't hurt. By making it easier for users to access and trade these new tokens, they're reducing the barriers to entry and making it more appealing to a wider audience. But as we've seen time and time again, the crypto space is all about adaptability. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
Speaking of adaptability, have you noticed how the market is responding to these new token launches? Are investors getting in on the ground floor, or are they waiting to see which projects gain traction?
From what I've seen, it's a mix of both. Some investors are jumping in early, hoping to catch the next big thing, while others are taking a more cautious approach, waiting to see which projects gain momentum before investing. But one thing's for sure, the market is hungry for innovation, and these new token launches are providing a lot of excitement.
And that's exactly what's driving this meme coin craze, the thrill of the unknown and the potential for huge returns. But as we always say, do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely, and we'll continue to monitor this space and bring you updates as more developments unfold.
As we wrap up today's show, I want to circle back to the story about MicroStrategy potentially being eligible for S&P 500 inclusion in June if Bitcoin closes Q1 above $96,000.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. And as we discussed earlier, the implications of this could be massive for the entire crypto market. If MicroStrategy does get included in the S&P 500, it would essentially be a ringing endorsement of their Bitcoin-heavy investment strategy.
Exactly. And it's worth noting that the last hurdle for MicroStrategy to qualify is to achieve positive GAAP net income over the trailing 12 months. So their Q1 2025 earnings will be crucial in determining whether they make the cut.
I think it's also important to consider the broader implications of this story. If MicroStrategy does get included in the S&P 500, it could pave the way for other companies with significant Bitcoin holdings to be considered for inclusion as well.
That's a great point. And as we've seen in the past, when major institutional investors start to take notice of Bitcoin, it can have a significant impact on the price. So if MicroStrategy does get included in the S&P 500, it could be a major catalyst for the next bull run.
I agree. And it's also worth noting that this story highlights the growing mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin as an asset class. We're seeing more and more companies and institutions take Bitcoin seriously. And that's a trend that's likely to continue.
Absolutely. So what are your final thoughts on the market outlook for the rest of the quarter? Do you think Bitcoin has what it takes to close Q1 above $96,000?
Well, I think it's definitely possible. We've seen some strong momentum building in recent weeks. And if that continues, I think we could see Bitcoin make a push for $100,000 by the end of the quarter.
That's a bold prediction, but if it does happen, it could be a major game changer for the entire crypto market. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on the markets and bringing you the latest news and analysis every day.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow when we'll be discussing the latest developments in the world of DeFi. It's going to be a great show.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Until next time, stay informed and stay ahead of the curve.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest updates and behind-the-scenes insights into the world of crypto.
Thanks again, everyone. We'll catch you all on the flip side.